Hello, friends. Today we are here to discuss 5 effective ways in order to improve your English fluency. Remember, if you want to improve your speaking skills, then you have to continuously keep talking. That is very important. So, how do we talk? Now we will need some person in order to talk to, but that is an ideal situation. Everybody cannot have a person to talk to in English. करेक्ट, हमारे पास हर हर चीज के लिए कोई आदमी मिलता नहीं है. अगर आपको किसी से बात करना है इंग्लिश में, मे बी यू डोंट हैव एनीबडी, बट डोंट वरी दैट यू फॉलो दीज 5 वेज और आपकी इंग्लिश फ्लुएंसी जरूर इंप्रूव होगी. So the first method is listen and repeat. Okay, now you can listen to various things. For example, let us say you are watching a war movie. Okay, and then some dialogues that you listen and then repeat. Now these the situation you can then change. Maybe you can imagine that you are the hero and then say in English. Okay, so that is one way. Maybe you can take some favorite YouTube video. Maybe you can take up your favorite podcast, for example, Beer Biceps, or some doctor who is speaking in English, or some tax consultant, or some profession that you relate to, so that you understand what he is saying, and then you repeat those words. And repetition is very important in order to improve English fluency. And when you are repeating, try to focus on pronunciation. Okay, how the words are being spoken by the speaker. That is very, because when you are in a group, okay, how you pronounce words is important. If you have an accent, let us say you have a Bengali accent or a Tamil accent, or North Indian Hindi accent, that is okay, that is not a problem. But the pronunciation of words should be in such a way that the person in front of you can understand what you are speaking. Okay, that is the first way. Listen and repeat. Okay, now second second is event narration. So when we were small, we used to write composition. Okay, there was a picture given, and maybe you had to write some 10 words about it, sorry, 10 sentences about it. Same thing you can repeat. Okay, so let us assume you go for a job interview. Then what has happened in the job interview? Try to explain it to yourself in English. Try to record what you are saying, and then listen to that recording. How it can be improved. Okay. Now this will enhance your storytelling skills also, because when we talk about ourselves, then then there is a special interest. Everybody has interest in his own self, especially young people. Young people think that, oh, my life is very happening. What is happening in my life, it is not happening in anybody else's life. I am very special. Okay, so remember when you are improving your English, what is your goal? That you have to keep in mind. Are you going to appear for some government exam? Then your goal is different. Are you going to are you planning to join some corporate office? Then your goals are different. Mostly what I have seen in corporate scenario is that you need a certain level of fluency. You don't need fluency like those people like those film actors speak, or some like people used to speak in the 70s, like Indira Gandhi or something like that. You need a certain level of fluency, and you should be able to express the idea in a paragraph and in sentences, clear sentences. Okay, now the third way is tongue twisters. I have not done it, frankly speaking. Tongue twisters you can practice if you have patience, if you have that interest. then you can do that, but I have not done it. The next technique is shadowing technique. Okay, this might sound similar to the second technique of repetition, but here we are trying to mimic what the person is saying. You start a video. Most probably, travel logs are very good. Okay, let us say you take some travel log who has gone to Darjeeling, and they are visiting places of Darjeeling. So he will first go to some place and say that this is a nice place and it is cold here, the temperature is so and so. Then he will go to an eatery, he will eat something and say what is the taste, whether it is spicy or not. So you repeat as you pause the video and then repeat what he has said. So this is shadowing technique. And in this technique, you use the same words what that person has said. Okay. Now, what is the use of this? The use of this is that eventually you will develop your style. But as a beginner, if if your language is not at par, it is not at all good, then this technique is very useful, because that person has developed fluency, and then he is making a video log, then he is making a video, he has gone to Darjeeling and he's telling various about the various places in Darjeeling. You repeat that. As soon as he tells the sentence, you repeat the sentence. So this technique is called shadowing. But in this technique also, you should not try to mimic their accent. Okay. For example, if you pick up some video who is visiting New York, and he is a white person and has that kind of white accent, white people who speak. So don't try to repeat that accent. Don't try to mimic that accent. Okay. You have to repeat words. You have to repeat sentences. Correct. You hope you get what I'm saying. Next one is record and evaluate. Okay. Now let us assume you have practiced. You saw a video and then practiced it. Now the now what you have to do is record what you are seeing. You take a mobile phone, start the recording, and then uh, keep talking. Once the recording is over, then you replay it. Now, note down the mistakes that you see, that you are making. Maybe you can compare it to the original video, although the content will be different, but still some words, pronunciations will be common. So, you will have to evaluate yourself. Once you start evaluating yourself and you start talking basically, then your English fluency will slowly improve, and you will see results. It requires some patience, but yes, results do happen. So these are the 5 tips that I have given you, the 5 ways, the 5 methods of improving English language fluency. First one was listen and repeat. Second one was event narration, in which you tell a story or something about yourself. The third one was tongue twisters, which I have not done, but you can do. The fourth one was shadowing technique. Shadowing technique is very important. Start a video and speak as the speaker speaks. And the final one is record and evaluate. Okay, you have to record what you are saying and then try to make an assessment. जैसे आप एग्जाम लिखते हो और टीचर करेक्ट करती है, इसी तरीके से आप खुद ही रिकॉर्ड कीजिए एंड करेक्ट योर सेल्फ. Okay, that will improve your English fluency. Thank you, friends. Be with me, subscribe to my channel, uh, and we will improve our English together. Thanks.